I'm Kathy Heller Pomer, and Aunt Carolyn was just, and is still, an incredibly huge influence in my life. I grew up in my summers with my fabulous cousins. All of us would be out at Fire Island, which was just this incredible situation where mostly we children ran free, a little sort of like a mix of Lord of the Flies and a regimented army situation. And so as long as you had the stamina to wait till all the grown-ups were pretty much drunk enough to forget you were there, it was really all set. We could just do talent shows and listen to Bridge Over Troubled Waters. But during the summers when our parents weren't there, my grandparents ran a pretty tight ship, and they were giving us chores, and we were doing all kinds of incredible things that were really exhausting and tiring, and we really looked forward in a huge way to our parents coming at the end of the summer. But just before they came, our grandmother would just pull us aside and say, when all the grown-ups get here, you are not to talk to them, you are not to be with them, you are not to bother them, any of that hanging on their laps, any of that hugging them. They are here for a rest, and they have had enough of you, so none of that. So they would come, and Aunt Carolyn would come and get off of the ferry, and she would just, I'll tell you, the entire island of Fire Island knew that she was there. And although my parents were incredibly lovely about saying, come on in and share some time with us, it was really, truly memorable to me that Aunt Carolyn was the only adult that wasn't my mom who would stop on a dime and say, I don't care what Grandma told you about you not being with us right now. You are coming with me, and I am listening to you, and I want to hear everything. And she smelled so good, and she had nails. I mean, there was a manicure on that woman that it just was to die for. And she would take time to teach us backgammon, and she would sit and make dribble castles. And I just learned so much from her about making everybody feel special. I know that I especially got to be made to feel special. Not everybody felt quite as special in such a good way. But boy, did I learn about speaking the truth and making somebody feel like $1,000,000. I will miss her so much. Thanks.